Let's bring in Sabrina in Canada. Pronouns are she, her. Sabrina, what's going on?
Oh, it's nice to be called that name. It really is. Um, Obviously, you can tell from my voice that I'm still quite masked, but I just very recently came out as trans and mentioned something in the chat, and people were like, "Oh, call in." I'm like, "Okay." Um, it hasn't even been a month since I sort of accepted this about myself, and I'm definitely figuring a lot of things out. I'm still kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not sure how to approach this going forward. Wasn't sure if anybody would have any advice or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Wow. This is awesome. I so God, that's such a big question. Where to
Sorry.
like no, no, don't apologize. I think if there's any solace I can give you maybe is that for one, there's like no right or wrong way to do it. Like right now you're on the path to finding out what's going to make you the happiest and the most comfortable in your skin, and however that path ends up for you is okay, like, well, sure, definitely we do have like some data on certain things that we know help trans people, or at least on average help trans people, like certain gender affirming procedures or hormones or whatever.
Mhm.
um it's your life to live, and your journey to decide how it should go. So there's definitely no like right or wrong way to do it. Like if you choose not to do something that you think is really common, that's super a-okay. So if there's any, like, it sounds like you're kind of walking on eggshells a little, and I just want to like maybe give you the comfort to know that you can like fully step on those eggshells, and that's cool. Like I think maybe part of transition is almost firmly stepping all over the eggshells and then getting like 2 or 3 years down the line, looking back and going like, oh shit, I really stepped all over those eggshells, didn't I, back there? And then just kind of being like, oh, well, I'm just going to keep going, live your life.
Yeah, makes sense. While I'm at work sometimes, so I'm not out at work. For the most part, I'm only out to my friends, and I'll be coming out to my sister in a week when I go to see her at her place. But uh, I'm just like, especially tonight when I was at work, it's the reason I missed the first half of the show. Um, I just like, I was at the end of my shift. I'm just like, I want to come out to them. I want to tell them, but I was also really scared to do so. Um, Again, since I've only just started this, I'm still obviously very mask appearing, and I'm not. I don't know. I just I want to move forward, but I also don't want to. I don't know, cause problems in the process.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
a brutally slow process. I definitely remember getting like handed my HRT for the first time and being like taking those pills and then just kind of like sitting there being like, okay, do I feel anything? Do I feel anything yet? Is anything happening? Like it is
yeah.
painful how slow it can be sometimes, but I'm so happy you're here and that you found this community, and I hope that you feel welcome and safe here and know that we see you and we're glad to have you here.
Well, thank you so much. And mentioning the getting handed the pills, I'm quite envious because I am handing them out to all my trans patients, and I'm like, I want some too. Oh boy, because I work as a pharmacy technician,
Mhm.
and so just have a lot of trans. I was even speaking with one tonight just before I came in, just to let her know her stuff was ready, and she was like, "Oh, I was wondering if you had anything fun, interesting for me." I'm like, "No, but hopefully I'll have something." I wasn't sure if she got the comment or not, but I feel like I could obviously share it more with my patients than my colleagues. Ah, boy. Sorry, obviously I'm a bit nervous at this point, but
No,
feel
I
I
really
didn't even come
appreciate
out like this.
you connecting with us, and just sharing this experience with us. I loved everything that Arden had to say, and I certainly don't have any firsthand advice for you, but I guess I just want to encourage you that, you know who you are, certainly better than anybody else does. You're the singular
Mhm.
expert of the 7.5 billion people on the planet. Like, you're the one who knows you, but also there's no test and you're not expected to get it right. You don't need to
Mhm.
feel like you 100% know yourself. You never will. And so I'm so excited that you feel comfortable starting to share this part of yourself with other people and to open up and to start to explore. And I just want to remind you that you 100% have permission to shift and to stay curious and to say, oh, I think I might be a binary trans woman. Or you might decide a month later that, oh, well, maybe I'm not a binary trans woman. Maybe I'm somewhere more towards the middle of the spectrum, or to, change the way that you identify entirely. It's not to say that you're changing. I mean, obviously there is some fluidity there, but it's complicated to get your head wrapped around all of this. And so while we're going to trust you to do the best possible job that anybody on the planet could do, I just want to make sure you know that you have permission to stay curious, to maybe stick your neck out a little bit, and to maybe even be wrong from time to time should that come up. I don't want you to ever feel like you can't, quote, take it back, or that you are not allowed to perhaps like shift in the way you say those things. So if you do introduce yourself in one particular way, you don't need to feel locked into it, and you don't necessarily need to hesitate before doing so. And I just want to take a moment to say, when you get off the phone, please make sure that you go back to check out the chat from this episode, because it is just
Oh,
a
I've been
stream
watching
of
it.
people. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it, because this community is incredibly proud of what you're doing and incredibly eager to support you. So thank you so much for just sharing all of this with us.
Thank you so much. And to viewers as well as you guys as well, if ever you want to chat with me, I'm always hanging out in the ACD. I'm actually a facilitator over there as well. But yeah, just I'm always hanging out there. We have a mutual friend in Stephanie Helms as well. So
Oh,
anyway.
awesome. We love Stephanie.
Oh, I love
Great.
Stephanie so much. She's been so helpful.
Well, I just want to jump in really quick because I know that you called wanting advice, and I know that that's something that as a as a cis white woman, I'm in a position of privilege, and I haven't had any experience with a lot of what you're going through. So, unfortunately, like Christy, I can't give advice, but I want to share just how excited I am for you, because I can hear your excitement in your voice. I can hear the nervousness and the anxiety, but I can hear this edge of excitement, and I'm very empathetic, and so that makes me just so excited for you. Like, my heart is beating and racing on your behalf right now. And when I get on and do these shows, I don't have that heart rate problem. Like, I'm calm as a kitten, right? So I just wanted to let you know that, like, there are people out there that just want to get behind you, even if we're not sharing the same experience, or we don't know what advice to give or what to say or what to do. We want to be there for you. And so I just wanted to kind of share my love and support to you right now.
Well, thank you so much, Laura, and everyone. Also, I want to highlight that you say you're speaking from a position of privilege, and there is a privilege there, but there's also a privilege that I have had that you don't have, in the sense that I've grown up assumed male for a long time, and so there's a lot of experiences that you and Mandisa and other cis women have that I don't have, and so you don't minimize the contribution that you would have to offer me. Definitely, like, there's so much I can learn from my cis sisters as well, and it's definitely important there.
I love that. I really
Awesome.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sabrina. I really appreciate this call, and I hope to hear from you again in the future.
Thank you so much. I will definitely be calling in again, and I'll probably call you on your other shows as well, Arden.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Have a good night, Sabrina.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.